Just look at this. Absolutely dripping with fatty juices. That is going to be delicious.
I think Jamie's done.
Extreme day trips are a trendy concept, gaining popularity across social media thanks to a couple of high-profile groups and forums full of travel enthusiasts who go on 24-hour return flights overseas. One incredibly popular choice, thanks to the affordability and availability of flights, is the Costa Blanca port city of Alicante. Me and my mate Jay found great flights getting us there from Manchester just in time for midday, and though it was technically overnight, the fact we had shy of 24 hours means it counts in my books. Let's see what we can get up to in such a limited window of time.
Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Alicante, Spain. I'm here with my mate Jamie, and we've got less than 24 hours. What is it, like maybe 21, 22 hours?
22 hours.
22 hours. We landed here at 12 PM today. The sun is shining. We've dropped off our coats at the place. It's definitely not like February in the UK. And we fly back at 11 AM tomorrow morning. So you could call it an extreme day trip, but with an overnight stay at the hostel that we've just dropped our bags off. Anyway, the first order of business is tapas. Of course, a trip to
sangria.
Tapas and sangria. How could I forget sangria? Not eaten. We skipped breakfast at the airport, right? We just decided to have a couple of pints this morning. We flew out.
Tengo hambre, tenemos hambre.
First impressions of Alicante. Your senses are really assaulted when it comes to smell, right?
Yeah.
Everything
nice.
smells amazing or terrible. You'll walk down one street, you'll smell meats, you'll smell fried fish. You walk by people, you smell amazing aftershave and perfumes, and then you go down the next street and it smells like pure sewage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some bad body odour, some bad terrible sewage.
And yeah, like rod fish and shit like that. Like we got to the airport, Alicante airport, and to get into the building where they do the passport control, you walk in and it smells like a water treatment facility. Honestly, it smelled like raw sewage. And you're
with payback for Brexit.
yeah. There's a separate building for EU citizens, and we just get the one.
Smell like flowers there.
So the trip doesn't have to be entirely devoid of sightseeing. No, we're all going to get a little bit of culture, albeit our first stop quite controversial. Here is a bullfighting ring. We're going to go see if we can take a look inside. There's not an active bullfight happening right now, and I don't know if this actually gets any use anymore or if it's just a historical tour site. But we're going to go inside, see how much tickets are, and maybe have a little wander around. I've never been into a bullfighting ring before, have you?
Nah, nice to see what's going on.
Exactly. I know it's a very touchy subject. It's pretty, cruel to the animals and stuff, but there's not a fight going on. We're not going to show that. We're just going to take a look at the bullfighting ring. Hola.
Hello.
How much for the tickets to have a look around?
The tickets is
12.
12 euro.
12 or see the identity the students is 10 euros.
Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
So here we are inside the bullring itself. These doors are where bullfighters who are successful in beating the bull and cutting off both its ears are carried out by the crowd, which is the greatest honour that a bullfighter is able to receive. Basically, it's like it's the best celebration. You've bested the bull. You're carried on the shoulders of the spectators, and actually the guy Jose Maria Manzanares that this bullring is named after was carried through those doors 57 times. Whether or not you find that impressive, well, I'll leave that up to you. Personally, I feel that it's needlessly cruel spectacle. You might consider me somewhat of a hypocrite as a staunch meat eater, carnivore, somebody that will eat many controversial foods as well, such as foie gras. But I feel like when there's no food at the end of it, when there's no sustenance, when you're not actually using it for resources that you need, just spectacle, it's rather barbaric. But it's interesting to see, of course, these heads of real bulls that were bested in combat in this very bullring. Of course, you can see posters as well. advertising. Classic bullfights. This one from 1996, right here, the Plaza de Toros de Alicante. 1994. See, it's kind of hard to imagine that in a country like Spain, an EU member state, part of Western Europe, essentially, still engages in bullfights, where practices like that have been outlawed in every other country, pretty much, in Europe. But wow, here is where the spectacle happens. The bull and the bullfighter go toe-to-toe in that ring, and the spectators find a seat anywhere around here. Very much like an old Roman Colosseum. Believe it or not, this is still in use. In June, where they have the bullfighting festival here in Alicante, this will be full of crowds sitting here and watching some guy tire a bull to the point where he can cut off its ears and best it in combat. What's your verdict on it, Jamie?
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, but I mean,
Stadium.
yeah, it's a very impressive stadium, but I mean bullfighting in general.
I don't know.
It's kind of fucked up, innit?
Pretty cruel, isn't it?
It's kind of fucked up. It's like, it's so bizarre to me that it still goes on
Yeah,
in
it's
Spain,
massive.
of all countries.
And they say the shaded areas, I'm guessing at the back there,
Yeah.
are the more expensive seats.
And here we have the chapel. Small little room for the bullfighters to come in and pray. Some would say atone for the sins. Beautiful little room. A little shrine here. Somewhere to kneel and pray. So bullfighters actually come in here and pray before a fight, and I suppose as a sort of ritual for good luck, and because they see it as some sort of great responsibility. And they have a weird justification for bullfighting here. They see it as honouring the strength of the bull. I mean, can you not honour the strength of the bull in a way that doesn't torture it to death? But and here is the infirmary, where not so lucky bullfighters will be treated for their wounds during battle with the bull. Here, I suppose the less serious injuries will be treated. You lay down here, get it sorted out, you're back out in a jiffy. But then, we have the more serious injuries. I'd imagine quite a lot of people never made it out alive after being treated in this room. Blood all over the show, your stomach ripped open by a bull's horn. Some might say that's just desserts.
How many fatalities you reckon they've had?
In this building altogether, like all...
Yeah, since it's been open.
I'm gonna say 40.
40. Nah, one.
One?
One fatality in
Only one guy's
1910.
dead. 1910.
1910 was the only fatality, and obviously it's been operating ever since then.
And
That was quite surprising for me. Like, I thought it would
I was
be
thinking
like
a lot more.
Yeah.
And I guess you
quite
got
a bit.
stabbed with the horn.
Yeah, and they say usually they get they get stabbed with the horn in the leg by the
right.
horn. So a lot of the bullfighters will have scars all over the legs.
More bulls that were slain in battle. Here at the Alicante Bullring. And here we are at the bullpens. Down here is where the bulls are kept before they're sent out into the ring. Here I suppose are their names, their numbers. And that's how a bull would be kept in the pen before it's sent out to battle. And this upper level is where people with more expensive tickets would come and spectate the fights. Sitting on here, which, I mean, I suppose don't look very VIP to me, but there is an even higher class of ticket upstairs. So here are the corrals where the bulls are kept what they do is they actually capture bulls from the countryside, weigh them to make sure they're at regulation weight, and then they're kept here for around 48 hours until they're assigned to bullfighters. I wanted to take a look at the higher class of ticket spaces, but no entry. Another interesting thing about the bullfights is that if the bull demonstrates exemplary behaviour, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean in the context of a bullfight, obviously it's to do with their performance and how entertaining they are for the spectators. Well, the crowds can ask that the president of the Bullring awards a special handkerchief to the bull, which essentially pardons its life and allows it to live on the farm as a stallion and as a father of future bulls. VR headsets here. What can you see?
Trees, you know. No, it's just it's like a little demo, a little quote saying look down. Would you like to try, sir?
I would, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Thanks. I love your t-shirt.
Thank you.
Yo. That's pretty cool.
We're not sure what this is, but we've been taking a photo with this tablet here, and I'm guessing it's going to put us on like.
So you have here this exhibition of the first moment of Spain. You can take a look. After that, in that cinema room, you have 2 more videos, and when you finish everything, I'll show you. Okay?
Oh, excellent. I guess he's going to put us in bullfighters or something.
Yeah.
So this is the first woman bullfighter in Spain or just here? You think?
I'm not sure, I know.
Let's just assume it's all of Spain. And this was in 1966. Okay, so it was going quite a bit. Animal rights might not be great, but at least the feminists, right? The VR experience that we did was essentially like panning round the Spanish countryside, and then it ended inside a bull ring where you were taking like a POV of a bullfighter training with his bull. Yeah, pretty cool. So we've been directed into this room to watch some videos. We like to stop walking out after the first one because it was just bulls playing in the field, and then we were told, go back inside, the second video is amazing. I think they're just waiting to print the photos on these fucking photos are going to cost us like €10 a piece. Because to be honest, the videos are not very amazing, I've got to say. I mean, look, it's just a bullfighting montage. How much do you reckon? What do you guess the price is going to be for the photos?
More expensive than the amateur.
You reckon more than 12? If that's more than 12, I'm going to politely decline. Keep it for his own collection.
This is you. Take a look.
Thank you.
Great. The virtual version to share it with your friends through WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. Each photo costs €7 and it's completely optional.
7?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's alright, I'll pay that, yeah.
Would you like to pay by card or cash?
Yeah, card please.
Right.
Yeah, €7, look at it, quality. I'll keep that on my wall. And now, the Bullring itself, where all the action happens. Imagine how terrifying both for the fighter and the bull it would be stepping out in here. But controversial sport aside, it is an impressive venue, and were it used for something a little more humane, I can imagine the atmosphere being pretty incredible.
It's a cape, you know.
It's the cape for the things.
I think so.
Get it on.
I didn't need this photo.
Andy P, bullfighting champion of Alicante, greeting his crowds, greeting his supporters. Undefeated, 60 fights. Fuck Jose Manzilano or whatever it's called. Andy P's the new king of fucking bullfighting. Come on. So we're at this tapas place. The Michelin Guide one was fully booked up, as we should have expected. The menu here is rather vague in traditional fashion. Just a couple of options to choose from: meat, cheese, etc. And we've gone for them all, so we have no idea what's going to come. Apparently it's a lot of food, fairly cheap at €7 a pop. So we'll see. So to kick things off, I came with some ham croquettes. Nice little way to start. Tiny little ones. Not bad. Nice, fresh and hot. Fluffy on the inside. Pork, I'm guessing. Yeah, that looks like pork. Here we go. A bit in my little freebie tray. Let's see how it is. Oh, that's so tender. The ham and the cheeses. I'm going to give the cheese a go first. I'm guessing this is like some honey. It's honey, yeah. Wow. Massive pieces of ham. Big out on random bits of food. Can't beat it. Tapas style dining is genius. And there's a reason its popularity expands beyond the borders of Spain. Because it really is a simple, amazing way of eating, sharing food, and drink.
Cheese and honey, man. It's the way forward.
The best. €15 for this bottle carver. Just look at this. A huge bone-in pork steak. Absolutely dripping with fatty juices. That is going to be delicious. And then the juiciest looking shrimps that I've ever seen in my life. Jeez. I'm gonna start with a shrimp. Oh, these have been cooked in garlic butter. You can tell just by the feel of them. Yeah. Jamie's getting right into it. Look at the size of it, man. So then is that like a barbecue sauce or something? Look at that though. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
How is it? Good?
Yeah, use it.
That's so good. Unreal. Now the fish, a little bit of baguette bread. Oh my god. It's got the same chili sauce that came with the croquettes, and the fish is so well cooked. I mean, it's still quite translucent, which is how I like it. So flavourful. The fish just melts to the touch. Phenomenal. I'm so surprised by how good that fish is. I mean, it's not like I was expecting it to be not good, but I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Like, that is proper quality, well cooked fish. Ooh.
sausage on a bit of baguette bread. We've split this one. We've started to split some of the ones that are coming around and bringing to the table because the room in our stomachs is getting smaller by the minute, but we really want to try as much as we can because we're having a great time. Final dish before we admit defeat. No more accepting what they're bringing out to us. We're ready now. I know. There's some calamari. Oh my god. That's nice. That's calamari stuffed with garlic butter. It's so tender. It explodes that garlic butter flavour as soon as you bite into it. We ended on a high note with that one. Seriously good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 separate tapas that's come around, as well as 4 big plates, including that huge pork steak. We're done. We don't need no more food, probably all day, but we have got a table booked somewhere else later, so we need to make room somehow. Probably wander around and try and work up another appetite, but it even got to the point where I was debating a nap, but I think it's too late now. It's 6 o'clock. We've got to keep going.
Normal.
Just as the locals do, we ate dinner very late, arriving at Bib Gourmand awarded Tabula Rasa for our 9:30 reservation. This cosy, intimate restaurant is regarded as one of the city's best and is a proper family-run eatery, owned by 2 brothers, Rafa, who heads up the kitchen, and Juan Pablo, who runs the front of house with his wife. The meal was a very reasonably priced tasting menu with a wine flight that kicked off after a light amuse-bouche with what could be the most incredible course, a dish comprised of Iberican ham and chipotle ice cream topped with black winter truffle. This wouldn't have been out of place on a Michelin star menu. What followed was a creamy pumpkin soup with plump mussel and some crumbly blood sausage. All these contrasting flavours and textures worked well together. This dish wasn't quite the sensation that the opening course was, but it was still a solid winter warmer dish, exemplifying the restaurant's seasonality of ingredients. Our third course was a real winner. A perfectly cooked scallop with a crispy thin potato rectangle on a bed of sauce that was intended as a modern interpretation of the flavours of a local Valencian stew called alipebre. Inventive, honest cooking of the sort that was a clear theme in this restaurant's ethos. Next up, another nod to traditional cooking, this time a take on brandada de bacalhau, which is usually an emulsion of salt cod, potatoes, olive oil, garlic and milk, but here is a bed of creamy mashed potatoes topped with a delicious piece of fish, a hearty sauce and peas. Seriously good. It's a good job I love fish, because we aren't done with it just yet. The final main stud, the humble sea bass, pimped up somewhat with chicken broth and celery, served with some delightfully firm Valencian rice. I love sea bass, and Rafa and his team did it real justice, sending it to the table fork tender and packed with fresh flavour. The inevitable result of an afternoon feasting on tapas, followed by a boozy evening tasting menu, was me and Jamie being stuffed beyond belief, so it's fitting that dessert was a light, refreshing palate cleanser with fresh fruit and wasabi. Juan Pablo, brilliant host that he is, gave us several free shots of his favourite liquor after we enjoyed some after-dessert mignardis. We left with our bellies and hearts full to the brim. We both agreed that it would be worth another trip to Alicante just to experience Tabula Rasa and its constantly changing menu once more. Pretty extraordinary meal here at Tabula Rasa, Bib Gourmand awarded restaurant here in Alicante. The guy who owns it is also the sommelier at this place and the server, and we've just been chatting with him. He's given us some extra beers free while we wait for our Uber. He was also giving us extra shots, extra glasses of his favourite wine.
Extra tips of where to go.
Yeah, like, honestly, this place, I couldn't recommend it enough. The hospitality is only rivaled by the quality of the food, which
Salud.
is... We're here in a heavy metal themed bar.
before we head back, and I think Jamie's done. He's ready for his bed. I can't lie. So am I.